Sorry, I couldn't get you.
All right, that's all right. What's your full name? What's your full name? What's your name? Complete
My
name.
Yeah, my name is MD Aminul Islam.
Could you go slow? I couldn't get it. MD
MD Aminul Islam.
Aminul Islam. MD Aminul Islam. Did I get it correct?
Yeah, this is correct.
All right, sweet. So can I call you Islam?
Yeah, of course. You could call me also Aminul.
Islam. All right. So how are you doing? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And it's really a pleasure for me to talk with you on live.
That's amazing. I mean, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to talk to you as well. So where are you from? Tell me something about you.
Yeah, I live in Dhaka, which is the capital of Bangladesh. After obtaining my bachelor and master's degree from the University of Dhaka, I joined at a government college.
Government college.
As a lecturer. Yeah.
As a lecturer.
Yeah.
That is nice, sweet. So what do you teach?
I teach history.
History. That is nice. That is nice. I can learn so much from you.
No, every people is different, and every people actually learn diverse areas from others.
Absolutely. I mean, when we come to this world, we don't know anything, right? We gather every piece of information from people, from others, right? So yeah, I mean, everybody can learn things from others. So that's great. So you live in Bangladesh, Dhaka, which is the capital of Bangladesh, and you are a professor by profession, which is great. Love it. So you teach history, right?
Actually, I am not a professor. I am a lecturer now.
Oh, sorry,
and you know, after getting a promotion, I will get a promotion, assistant professor, then associate professor, then professor.
That's
so
right.
It's
my bad. All right. So what's going on in life these days? How are things going on?
Actually, for several weeks, I have been watching your YouTube videos, and these are very helpful for me. To be honest, there are a lot of videos on YouTube, you know, regarding what you have actually taught me and several students, such as noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverbial phrase, participle, gerund, prepositional phrase. So after actually watching your videos, I think I could actually just shine up my English grammar.
Right.
And it helps me a lot actually. Now I could easily understand which one is simple sentence, complex sentence, or what is the modifier, what is the words of this word, of preposition.
Right.
This actually gives me a new rhythm in English. So
this gives you what? I couldn't get that. Sorry, this gives you what?
That's give me a new rhythm.
New rhythm. Yeah. Okay. You know things.
I really owe you. Yeah.
Right. So, what do you think? How important is to know all these things, right? What does it do? Like when you know all these things, what is a prepositional phrase? What is a modifier? What is a sentence? Different types of sentence. When you have the ability to identify different things in a sentence or maybe in a paragraph, what does it do? Does it help you as a learner, as a person? That's what I want to know. Like, does a person really have to learn all these things? Because that's a question others might be having, right? They might think, why do we have to learn grammar? Why?
Of course, it is crucial actually for learners like me for several reasons. First of all, if you could easily understand the sentence structure, it would be much more easier for your actually reading capability, on the sense that if you are actually going to take a TOEFL exam or GRE exam, you will have actually a precise time. In this time, you have to answer these questions correctly.
Right.
So if you know the sentence pattern,
Right.
just you catch in your head, then it would
Right.
be, it would actually take less time.
Less time. Right.
That's why I think it is very much important for
Very much important.
anyone like me.
Okay. Yeah, because you just figure it out just by looking at it, right? When you know something, you don't have to think about it. You look at it, you already know the concept. You just do it, right? It saves a lot of time, right? Yeah, that'd be accurate to say, right?
Sorry,
I
could you
said
repeat?
that would be accurate to say, wouldn't that be?
Yeah, that would be a great, that
I,
that
I
is
said
a,
I said that would be accurate to say that it saves a lot of time when you know these concepts, right? Uh, you can just answer questions, right? You don't have to think about a lot because let's suppose the question is about different types of sentences. What type of a sentence is that? What you have right in front of you. So if you know the technicalities behind different types of sentences, when you look at one, you just know what type is it, right? So you don't have to
yeah.
think about it. You don't have to scratch your head thinking which type it is. It saves a lot of time, right? And people who are preparing for competitive exams and language exams, for these people, I think it's very important.
Sure.
I'm interested to know, do you teach English as well to your students, to anybody?
No,
Like,
no, no,
teach English as well?
no. I actually take my classes in
Mhm.
Bengali, and most of the students in Bangladesh are not quite good in English
Right.
as teachers.
Mhm.
But there are some expert also, but most of them actually do not keep a great eagerness to speak fluently in English.
Right.
There is some kind of reluctancy
Reluctant.
or some, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they hesitate. Is that what you mean? They hesitate, right?
Yeah, they hesitate, and sometimes they are actually afraid of being imitating or ridiculed by others. Sometimes,
Oh,
if I will make mistakes, then
uh,
others will be bullying me, or just I will be ashamed or embarrassed by others. So they think like this way.
that's a very valid point you just raised. That's probably the main reason why most people are not as good as they should be or they want to. Because and I have observed it. Like I've been observing it for a long time because I've been teaching for some years, fortunately. So I've come across a lot of people that have a lot of capabilities, right? Like you and I, they have everything they need. But the problem is they are too scared to go out there and speak because there are people that might judge them, right? That might say, hey, you don't speak well, right? So they're too scared to be judged, point number one. And they don't want to face those situations where they might have to face criticism, right? Uh, and the problem with this particular mindset is if you're too scared to do something, how are you going to do it successfully, right? How are you going to do it, right? This is a part of the process. Like if you want to learn a language, you have to read, you have to speak, you have to listen to the language as much as possible. And this is the process. You keep doing that for some time, how much nobody knows. But you have to keep doing that. You have to speak whatever you learn, you have to speak, implement. But the problem with people is they're too scared to do that because you know um, they're scared to be judged. They think, what if somebody just laughs at me? What if they say, hey, you can't speak English? What if they say, hey, you stutter or something like that, right? So this what if haunts most of them. I used to be one of them as well back in the days, but I overcame it. So how important is it to have this mindset where you just don't care? How important is that?
Because I think that in everywhere on the world or on the globe,
Mm-hmm.
that sorts of pessimist people you will find in anywhere. If you
Mm-hmm.
will go to USA or Canada, Australia,
Right,
India, Bangladesh, in
right,
anywhere,
right.
some people always discourage you. So
Right.
you have to be motivated by some friends or peoples who need you. In this sense that from that sorts of people, you will
Right.
be encouraged by yourself or motivated yourself. You will
Right.
learn something
Right.
instead of being scared to share your feelings or enriching yourself in English or any other fields of knowledge.
Right. That's a great point. I understand what you're saying. Like if you have somebody with you that can motivate you, right, guide you, and keep you motivated. That hey, it doesn't matter what others say, you just have to keep doing that. That is a great point. But I just think about the worst scenario. I think about the scenario where you do not have anybody to practice with, where you do not have anybody who can motivate you to do what you do. What happens in that case? Like let's say you don't have anybody who pushes you, who motivates you. What are you going to do as a person? What should you do as a person to keep doing that, keep practicing?
Yeah, yeah. Today when I actually watched your videos
Right.
while you make a conversation with Shongita, you actually used one sentence like this one. You told her or viewers that instead of saying practice makes a man perfect, you should or someone should say that repetition makes a man perfect. I like this sentence very much. Okay, yeah, repetition or reiteration makes anybody perfect. I believe this.
Right. That's how things happen, right? This is scientifically proven. Like I don't have to say anything about that. If you keep doing something, right, it could be just cooking, it could be teaching, it could be speaking a particular language, it could be just doing any manual thing. If you keep doing that over and over again, a time will come you'll be a master in that particular area, right? So students get discouraged that they're not able to speak well, they're not fluent, and they look at others and they're able to do it. So they feel that I'm never going to be there. The problem is they're not trying well. They're not putting in the efforts. They're not repeating the process over and over again. It's not going to happen overnight. Like it's not going to happen in one day, 1 month. You have to keep doing that. And people don't understand this. What you should think about is, are you a better person or are you a better version of yourself than yesterday? Do you know more than what you knew yesterday, right? Is that the case or not? If you do, if you today, you know more than what you knew yesterday, you're winning the game. You are winning the game, right? But people, think about the long-term process, right? They think, oh, I want to be here, let's say here, but they want to be here in just a time span of this, right? They don't want to bridge the gap. They don't want to follow the process. They just walk this much and they want to cover this much distance. Are you getting the point?
Yes. They have to understand that just getting knowledge is a cumulative process. You have to progress it gradually. Okay, not instantly. You will get anything. So
right. I mean, I look at myself. I think today I'm a better version of myself than I was yesterday, because today I know more, because every single day I push myself, I try to learn something new. And that's the whole point of growing, right? That's development. Because once you think you know everything, your ship is sinking, right? So as long as you're growing, as long as you're learning something new, yeah, you're doing the right thing, and don't think about the future too much. Oh, I want to be here, but I'm not there. You are ultimately going to be there. You just have to keep doing what you're doing. So that's really important. That's something that people are not doing, and I mean. I want to do something about it, but I cannot talk to everybody, right? I cannot make them understand how it works. So that's why I'm doing these sessions where I'm talking to my subscribers, people like you who are doing great learning English. So tell me something about your journey, right? When you started learning English, and how has it been so far, and what problems did you have, or how did you overcome them? And then you can talk about the problems you're having in the present. I mean, that's a lot of questions, right?
Yeah, yeah. First of all, I am not actually expert at English. I think I am in initial stage. I am still now a neophyte in English. Novice, that means,
That's very kind of you to say,
just,
but you're not at the beginning level. No, not at all. You speak quite well. So you're not at the beginning level. You speak quite well, but obviously you can improve. There are chances, there are gaps that can be covered. So that's there, but you are not at the beginning level, my friend. You speak very well. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
okay. However, I wanted to share about my perspective learning a foreign language.
Mhm.
First of all, when I couldn't manage any friends or colleagues or any classmates to speak in English, I made a decision to record my voice. Just I speak relentlessly 5 minutes or 10 minutes at initial stage,
Right.
and while I was lying in my bed, I just heard what I have said and which grammatical error I made in my actually soul speaking.
Right.
Apart from that, I just watched a lot of videos, especially TED Talks,
Yeah, talks.
where
Yes,
yeah, this
yes,
is
yes.
a
I'm aware.
platform where many distinguished personalities
Right.
share their lives, especially I motivated by someone who overcome a lot of difficulties in their lives. I
Right. Right.
always like that sorts of problems. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so it helped me a lot.
Right.
Uh, the another thing is that I I actually read some books, English books.
Right.
So this is also a good way to improve in English.
Right.
But the problem which I face more is that uh, I am not actually a good speaker. I am not so much articulate because when you would like it to be a good speaker, you
Mm-hmm.
have to make some sophistication.
Right.
So
Okay.
you have to use some advanced words. You have to use some uh, idiom and phrase. You have to
Right.
pronounce like a native speakers or so on. But I believe one thing: endurance.
Endurance.
And yeah,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
yeah, there is a proverb that patient is bitter, but its reward is sweet. So I believe this one.
My friend, I couldn't get that. Could you repeat that proverb again? I could not
Yeah,
get that.
yeah, oh, sure. Patient is bitter, but its reward is sweet.
Okay. Patient is bitter, but its result is sweet.
Reward. Its reward is sweet.
Reward is sweet. Yeah, one and the same thing. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, that's true as well, obviously. But I'd like to clear the air on something. Two interesting things you said. Number one, you said you're not a good speaker, you're not articulate, which I don't completely agree with, and I'll tell you the reason why. And the second thing you said, in order to be a fluent speaker, articulate speaker, you should be able to use phrases, idioms, and sophisticated words and like words like that. Uh, I don't completely agree with that. See, as long as you're able to communicate your thought well, as long as you're able to deliver your message well, it doesn't matter what you're using. You can use simple words, you can use little difficult words, you can use complex words, it doesn't matter. And it actually depends on the audience you're catering to, right? If the person you're talking to, or if the audience you're talking to is able to understand your message, right? And is able to understand the message the way you are delivering it, you did your job, my friend. You did your job. But if you think learning fancy words, learning, sophisticated vocabularies and idioms and phrases will make you a better speaker, no, that is not the case. People think like that. That's a misconception, right? I've taught people from different walks in life, right from schools, colleges, working guys, right? People working in corporates, and some professors. I've had a chance and opportunity to teach something to them as well. Very fortunate I've been, but I never had any problem. And I choose my words based on who I'm talking to, right? So obviously, it's better if you have more weapons in your arsenal. You getting what I'm saying?
What you are quite expert in English, so why I will compare with you right
No,
now?
no,
Because
you're not getting
you
the
are
point, my friend.
already expert. You know
You,
how to communicate with your teachers or professors, like someone's.
see, I get what you said. My point is the selection of words that you have is based on who you're talking to, right?
Yeah,
Because what
yeah, yeah.
happens is sometimes I've seen a lot of people do this. They'll use fancy words when they're talking to their friends or the people they don't know. You don't have to do that, man. You just don't have to do that. You have to understand the situation. You have to understand the context when it's required. Because I see a lot of people just going after vocabularies. I see a lot of people going after words like, oh, just learn as many words as possible because that's gonna make you sound advanced and fluent. It's not gonna do that. The way you use those words and where you use them, that's important, right? So even you don't have to think like that I'm not a good speaker. You're a very good speaker. The way you're communicating your thoughts, it's really impactful. It's effective, right? The only problem, I mean, if I may call it a problem, I don't know whether I should or not. But you have a particular way to pronounce words, and it's because of your native language, which is Bengali, right?
Yeah.
And it's absolutely fine until you're required to speak in a particular way. Let's suppose you're giving an exam and you're supposed to speak English in American accent or UK accent. In that case, it's not going to be beneficial. It's not a positive point, right? In that case, it's a negative thing. But if that's not the case, it's absolutely fine. Whatever you speak, uh, whatever the way you speak is fine as long as you're able to communicate your thought.
Thank
You're
you very
smiling,
much.
so I think you have something to say about that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You have something to say about that.
So I would actually like it to know about your uh, education background.
Ah,
Especially,
I okay. Go ahead. Sorry, complete your question.
especially what was your major in bachelor? Could I know this one? If
Yeah,
it is
sure,
very much
sure, sure.
confidential, then it's okay.
Yeah, sure. You can ask anything you want to, right? Feel free to do that. Um, so I did BBA, which stands for Bachelor in Business Administration, and I was majoring in banking and insurance, which has nothing to do what I'm doing today, right? It had nothing to do with English and everything. So I had a very weird background, right? Whatever I did in the past had nothing, or still it doesn't have anything to do with English. Uh, so yeah, but I always had a thing for the language. I always enjoyed, you know, listening to it, speaking it. But I was not a good speaker, neither a good listener. But I worked my way up. So yeah.
But as is just watching your videos, I was totally enthralled by your expertise in grammar. So I think you are very much adept in grammar. So I thought that you might be a student of English literature or
I
something like
studied
this.
literature for some time, then I left it. I quit it. That's interesting. So I was doing BA, majoring in English honors, but I left it because the way the course was going on, I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, I'll tell you the reason why I am so good at the technicalities. I'm so good at grammar because obviously I also had to face the criticisms and everything. And when I did, the very first time it happened with me, when people started laughing at me, I felt bad, and I asked myself a question: is that what you want to be? Do you want to be remembered as a guy who everybody laughed at in a particular platform? And I said, no, that's not who I am. I'm way better than this. And even before that, I had understanding of the language. I could understand not everything. I could understand most of the things, but I was not as good as the people who are there in that particular forum, right? So I, made my mind that I'm gonna like learn everything, and I'm gonna use every resource out there to get all the information that I need. So I studied books, I studied journals, I learned about people who contributed to the English language. I watched a lot of videos, and fortunately, I just have a thing for the language, and I just when I look at uh, a sentence or I look at a paragraph, my mind starts working like, okay, this is this, and this is how this part is related to this one. I don't know how it is like that, but obviously I worked a lot. But yeah, I mean, I just have a thing for the language, and I think it works for me. But anybody can do that if you put in the right time, right? If you put in the work, if you put in the time, you're passionate about it, you'll get it. But yeah, it's a process, and it's going to take a lot of time. And over the time, I've been progressing. I've been learning. I've been growing. I was not the same guy. Let's say 6 months back. You can watch my videos. Obviously, they're very good. I mean, I don't know that like they might be. Uh, but I am more comfortable today comparing to 6 months back or maybe 3 months back. And comparing to a year back, I mean, there's a huge difference. So even me as a teacher, I'm learning every day and I'm growing, right? So yeah.
I wish I were be in a position like you. I would be more fluent. I would be more confident
Mm-hmm.
in English.
You're gonna do that, my friend. You're gonna do that. You're doing good, and just keep doing that. Yeah, yeah, you're doing good.
So you are cordially invited in my city as well as my country. If you got an opportunity to visit my city, the capital of
Right,
Bangladesh,
right.
it would be a great honor for me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Yeah, if I get a chance to come to Bangladesh, Dhaka, I'll definitely get in touch with you, and yeah, that'll be amazing. So yeah, let's just sum it up. Do you have any questions for me? Do you like have any problems that you're going through? Maybe I can help, maybe I don't know. So if you have any doubts, any problems, you can ask me. I think those doubts can help other learners as well. If you have any, if not, then it's fine, and we'll just sum it up.
Yeah, I have a problems, especially in reading segment.
Go ahead.
So yeah, many people suggest me to read a lot, especially
Right.
uh, read some articles, L daily, arts and letters daily. There
Mhm.
are some local newspaper in my country. So reading a lot of books. But the problem is that sometimes I could not actually understand the exact meaning of special word. Sometimes there are actually uh, secondary meaning, and sometimes the sentence pattern is much more longer than I have anticipated.
Right.
In this case, after actually watching your videos,
Right.
the noun phrase, adjective phrase,
Right.
sometimes restrictive and non-restrictive
Right.
adjective. This actually helps me a lot. But still now, I think sometimes I am ambiguous in a certain reading segment.
Right.
So if, if I faced some sorts of problem regarding reading segment, how could I will actually contact with you?
Um, I understand what you're saying. The thing is, I am not getting what kind of problems you're facing. If you had a particular name of the problem, let's say related to clauses, but you're not able to identify um, types of phrases. I'm just saying, I know you're able to do that. If you had a particular problem, like you're not able to do this particular thing when it comes to reading, I would be in a better place to answer your question. But for now, I can just say that you can write me down that problem, right, and share with me. You have my Insta account handle, right? Everybody have that. It's in the description of the videos. You guys can share your problems, right? So yeah, just let me know what you're going through, what the problem is, what exactly are you facing when you're reading something. I'll look at it. I'll try to understand that, and if needed, I'll make a video on that, and everybody can get benefited out of it. Right? So
I actually read some comment from your YouTube videos when some student always ask you, they could not understand sometimes it is really a participle or adjective clause, and you actually reply this very properly. And I think that I could also ask you like this way. That's
yeah,
why
you
I
can do that.
asked you.
You can absolutely, absolutely. I try replying to every comment possible. I genuinely try to do that. But sometimes some comments don't come to me because of the technical problems, right? Because of the technical problems that YouTube has. And sometimes people, sometimes I get so frustrated that I just, because let's suppose I made a video about a noun phrase, right? And somebody, let's suppose you made a video about noun phrase, and somebody came to you asking what is a noun phrase in the comment. How would you feel about it? You just made a video about it, explaining everything about it, and a person comes to you and asks you what is a noun phrase. I mean, can I explain it better than what I did in the video? I made an entire video about it. Just watch it, man. After that, if you have any question, you can ask that question. But like people just ask. Sometimes, I mean, I didn't want to bring it up, but sometimes the questions are so stupid that I just either I laugh or I just ignore it.
But you are actually doing a great job, and you are not only a motivational actually trainer, but also you are very benevolent, and I like what you are doing, because there are a lot of peoples, a lot of students are watching your videos. They are improving their skills in English, but they may not actually made a comment on your segment. They don't even push their thumb on like buttons. They don't even subscribe it. So you actually doing a great job, because people actually are not very grateful. Sometimes they are not grateful. They are taking your advantages. They are going to benefit it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I am not actually talking only your videos. Okay, there are
It's
some
happening with
a lot
everybody.
of resources. So they are using their sorts of resources, but they don't even subscribe or just make a comment, make a post.
Right.
So we should do it actually, I think. So that's my feelings.
No, I have the same feelings. But it doesn't matter because on YouTube, people can come because people have the freedom to say whatever they want to say. They can just watch the video and come to the comment section and express their feelings, and they sometimes don't even think about the person, don't even watch the video, and just say whatever they want to say. So that's fine, as long as my viewers are getting benefited, they are learning something, growing in their lives. It's fine, because that's what motivates me. That's what makes me happy, to be honest, because at the end of the day, I know I'm doing something that's changing others in a positive way. So it's great. But I hope that people, when they watch the video, any video, not just mine, any channel, and if they like the video, if the video helps them, the least they can do is press that like button. They can be a part of the channel, subscribe to the channel. If they don't want to, that's fine, their choice. But the least they should do is just hit the like button, so that the creator feels motivated, right? Because sometimes
Yeah, I
it's
always,
needed, it's very much needed. So yeah, but
I always try to do so. I always try to do so. At least, actually, give a thumb. At least.
thank you very much, man, I appreciate that. So all right, I think we've covered all the topics, and maybe we can get in touch in the future as well, and talk about something interesting. Uh, so it's been nice talking to you, right? Hope you enjoyed the conversation, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it on the YouTube very soon. On YouTube, I shouldn't say the YouTube. Right? That's a mistake. So yeah, I'll post it on YouTube very soon. You take care of yourself, study well. If you have anything to say, you can say.
No problem. I think it will give me actually a confidence to speak in English more fluently. And I think that we will make a conversation after 2 months or 5 months, not only for YouTube videos, on this purpose, that how much I have improved myself after actually motivated by yourself. So
right. So yeah, let's do that. Let's talk after 2 months, or maybe 3 months, or after a significant amount of time, and we'll see how much you've grown, right? And others can also see and learn from you. So we'll do that. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, it's been nice.
It's a great pleasure for me.
Take care, man. Take care.
Be safe and take care of your family.